They're great engineers here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. A pivotal match for SFU here as we get a split screen view to watch the difference in projectile purchase times. Both teams making it out of the gate.
Purdue starting off with a little bit of a faster projectile purchase.
Yeah.
But they both are, it seems that Purdue's taking a little bit more of a defensive stance here.
Purdue's Sentry going on a small adventure, but not scanning, it appears.
And we're now in the cockpit of blue team, who just overheated, which happens when you fire a few too many projectiles.
That's true. Some early trading. Level 1, neither team really has the firepower to absolutely melt. These early trades are going to be pivotal because of the lack of gold, right? Each projectile counts a lot.
Is that the... Oh, there's a red standard just trying to take control of the center, which is really good for XP and gaining levels, just to get that a little bit of a snowball effect going for their side.
Yeah, unfortunately, red standard 3 does not have any projectiles, and with the gold they have, one's got to assume they're actually having a mechanical issue, and they've chosen on purpose not to load up that bot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It seems that only red standard 4.
Blue standard 4 pushing now, taking red standard 4 down to half health. A very equal trade as you see blue standard 4 also falling low. Both teams retreating to their resupply zones to heal up and purchase more projectiles.
And Purdue has a slight advantage with both of their standards being at level 3 compared to the level 2 of blue side, but that only gives you a slight buff.
Yeah, once again on the resupply, we see all of the gold being funneled into red standard 4. So Purdue playing with one bot. SFU a slight lead here on Sentry Health as Blue Standard 4, Red Standard 4 engaged in battle. Blue Standard 4 taking the worst end of the trade. Is he going to be able to make it back to his base? He's overheating. He's running back. He's down. First blood to Purdue.
So First Blood drops the invincibility of the base.
And now the Sentry for SFU taking heavy fire from Red Standard 4, the only functional bot of the side of Purdue. He's got to clutch this up.
Oh, and it seems that the blue sentry or blue is not actually launching any projectiles, is just spinning in place. And the matchup seems pretty fair right now.
As soon as you say that, blue sentry's projectiles do go down from 750 to 746.
Oh.
Hopefully firing in the correct direction.
Hopefully.
In the cockpit is balancing standard 3. You can see it's nice stabilization here. And balancing standard 3 is firing.
Oh. I guess they were just more confident in their standard 4 initially.
Doing a significant amount of damage. You can see how tough it is as blue standard 4 unable to fire back. Can't see the armor panels and is getting chunked down. Both of their bots level 5 to the level 7 competitors at Purdue.
Oh. The commentating table just got hit with one of the grapes.
Purdue getting a couple more kills on the board. 2 minutes left in the round. They have an advantage, but still a Sentry Health game. Very, very close in this important round for SFU.
Both teams trying to go back to get a little bit more of a reload and re-heal. Their economy is about the same level. And we have another battle here.
This Red Standard 4 is absolutely lethal. It takes out the Sentry and moves on to the base. Can it get a little bit of chip damage down? None of those projectiles hit. And the SFU base stays at 1,500 for now.
Red Sentry is at 500 HP, so blue has a lot to go through to get that. Oh, and they get some chip damage down. Red gets some chip damage on that.
A pretty hefty chip here. Red Standard 3 taking about 300 damage off the base.
They're just trying to confirm their lead right now and make it a little bit harder. Oh, Red Standard 4 from all the way from back at their border, with back at their barrier, trying to snipe the base.
SFU, a minute left to go. They're going to have to make a miraculous push here if they want to bring this one back. Reminder that they can still get points by going 1-1 if they're unable to clutch it back.
Exactly. They really need to focus on that red sentry right now and trying to remove red.
It's hard to focus on the sentry while your base is getting destroyed. 200 more damage being taken down. They're trying to body block, but you could see Red Standard 4 lobbing from center field, destroying the base. 800 HP remaining, 700 damage dealt. This accuracy absolutely lethal from Purdue. The projectiles flying just over the head of Blue Standard 3.
Although both standards on blue side have ammo and they are able to fire, they don't seem to be rushing, trying to protect their base.
Yeah, they might be suffering some sort of projectile jamming. As I'm not seeing that projectile count change from the side of SFU.
And their econ just
Oh,
keeps
look
on
at the
going up.
tall. Look at. Can we get a view on that tall? There we go.
Oh,
the
that tall.
Purdue.
The tall.
So many driver cams. We almost saw it, though. Purdue
Good.
popped their balancing standard up onto its hind legs, stood up like a kangaroo, and was able to finish off the base, clutching the win for Purdue.
Nice.
That's the showing we expected from Purdue. A very veteran team here at RMNA. Let's go. Purdue's Century kind of getting in the way of their standard there.
Oh, again? 2 times.
A bit of an orbital motion coming out for their Sentry. I don't think it was firing any projectiles this last game. We'll keep a closer eye on those Sentry counts.
Yeah. And again, they're doing the same strategy. Red is doing the same strategy.
Red Standard 3 this time, loading up 100 projectiles in each bot. That's great to see. It's going to allow them to push even a little bit faster as they get some early chip down onto the Sentry, and they start annihilating Blue Standard 3 down to half health. Blue Standard 3 firing a few projectiles back, but taken out. Red Standard 4 also gets disconnected or destroyed or overpower limit. First blood going the way of SFU, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Overpower. Red 4 having some chassis power issues. This could be what SFU needs. If they can get a couple shots down onto Red 4 when it revives. They are leveling up, though. You can see them both coming across to level 2. Now another 2v1 situation. SFU has this advantage, but they've got to fight a balancing standard.
It seems that they're unable to fire currently. They're not able to launch their projectiles, so they might have to take a very defensive position. Because I don't see them. I don't see blue. I stand corrected.
So Nikhil, what you in the audience are probably seeing is from the driver cams, some of the teams have UV illuminators that make the projectiles glow, and some of them don't.
I see.
And so it can look like from the driver cam like you're not firing, and be relatively difficult.
Oh, look at that defensive position that you were talking about with the balancing standard. It's very effective here, but at the same time, both of the standards on blue side.
SFU's got to be careful. Blue Standard 4 getting really low. He needs to pull out. He needs to get out of this fight. He's not moving. He needs to retreat, and he's taken down, overstays, and overplays.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but that was so much.
That was the Blue Sentry, I believe, from SFU.
Oh, my gosh.
50 projectiles fired very quickly. As now SFU starts just absolutely wailing on the base of Purdue. 500 damage dealt. Their Sentry still at 540 health. They will be in a great place here for round 2, making the push continue. The team that is the talk of the town, SFU. Ascension Robotics.
They are going to be ascending in the bracket, hopefully.
They sure will. Purdue trying to clutch it up, though. Red Standard 3 going 2v1 the only way he can. 2 armor panels for him, 8 on the enemies. He's got a lot of things to be firing at. You can see him get chased down. This is what I was talking about early.
And they destroy him.
Taken out, and without having a second standard, this does mean that SFU has a small gap here. It's essentially an ace. They can deal any damage, or they can use it to go back and reload. Both of their standards now level 8, I believe. This is going to be very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Red Standard 3 from Purdue standing up. Really impressive mechanical performance there, but it's so tough 2v1 now that these SFU standards are both online.
It seems that Red Standard 4 is being really slow, trying to come up, trying not to
Blue
overpower.
Standard 3 able to get a kill and do some more chip damage onto the base. He's going to retreat a little early. It's hard. Your screen's glowing red, right? You know you're taking damage. But they have 400 HP now.
Red Standard 4 trying to get some damage off on the Sentry, but gets blocked.
SFU saying, hey, we can do it too, taking half court, 3/4 court shots at the base, chipping it down from the barrier, totally peeking.
Red Standard 3 trying to come
back
block.
Online. Red Standard 4 back online, not having overpower issues anymore, dealing damage to the Sentry of SFU. They have a minute left to go. It is a base health advantage to Purdue.
And Sentry health too. They have to go through a lot. And both standards on blue side seem to be on point.
This is a defensive move I love from SFU. At this point in the game, if you could just protect your Sentry, you have no way to lose. You don't have to push anymore. You have that base health advantage. Just protect the president.
They just have to stall for another 45 seconds, and then they will just take the victory on base health.
And deservedly so. What a great performance from them. They were able to 2v1 this formidable balancing standard.
Exactly, and they were able to
Their
like
Sentry
really.
fired over 100 projectiles this round, really doing a great job protecting itself.
Oh, and it seems that
Purdue's found a window. They're chewing through the base of
And they
the
got the
Sentry.
Sentry
They get
down.
it down. 20 seconds left to go.
But will they be able to?
900 HP difference. Body blocking is trying.
It's kind of working.
Taking some projectiles straight to the face is Ascension Robotics. 10 seconds left to go. 9, 8, a base health.
7.
One of
That
our
could do
only
600
split
damage.
decision rounds. A best of 2, 1 point each in the bracket as Ascension Robotics takes a
the
round
win.
from Purdue.
Okay, that's crazy. I think that was our first split decision, if I'm not wrong.
I think you're right. In the 3v3, we've had some
In the
1v1 splits, but
In the
phenomenal
3v3.
performance from both sides. Just mind-boggling.